Welcome back to another highly combustible, but not a reaction this time. We are here with Kyle Tomlinson. You guys have seen us react to this man, the Britain's Got Talent Golden Buzzer Boy. Do you hate being called that? Do you hate being known for the Golden Buzzer Award of your that performance of your life, or is it just
No, it's the biggest accomplishment of my life, so why not? Why not? We're here, so Golden Buzzer Boy. Here we go.
welcome. I definitely appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to us. Like seriously, when you responded, I was like, holy crap. It was we don't get to hear from people that go on these kind of shows. They either go on to do bigger, greater things in the music industry, or they just kind of fade off into nothingness. We definitely don't want to see you fade off into damn nothingness. So, how has life been going so far? Like,
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's after COVID, we're starting to pick up now. Everything's coming back into play. Weddings, funerals.
Speaking of weddings, somebody just got engaged. I heard. Congratulations.
Woo. Yeah, thank you.
When are you planning the wedding?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Will you be participating in the wedding planning?
No. Definitely not. I'll probably pay for it. She can plan it.
I'm not participating either. Obviously, you said now that COVID's over, things are starting to go a little bit better. It did take a toll on a lot of musicians there for a while. A lot of people just couldn't find anything anywhere, and if they did, they were performing for what? Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
So the music industry kind of was screwed there for a while. But now you say you're starting. Well, obviously you got a performance after today's little interview that we're having.
Yeah, we're going actually an hour and a half away from where I live.
Okay.
To do the performance, but yeah, it's picking up. The weddings are coming back on, and more corporate events. I like to stick to more corporate events. I don't like to go to pubs because that's not my type of music. My music's musical theatre.
Yeah.
And, you know, when everyone's there getting drunk, the last thing they want to listen to is "I Dream a Dream."
Yeah. So I could see you getting up there and probably getting a whole wedding procession to go with, like, "Do You Hear the People Sing" or something like that. Like,
exactly. That's what we like to see.
Corporate events make sense. So like any kind of family days and things like that, a big corporate, or they just call you in whenever they need a group to come and sing. Very cool.
It can honestly vary, like from charity events. We do a lot of charity events, to ribbon cuttings, and sometimes it's not even places that want me to perform. It's just they just want me to come and show my face and say hello. And he was on TV for.
Hey, that works. Why not?
So it works. It's all publicity, and that's what we're all about.
All publicity is publicity. Like it may not be even necessarily the best of publicity, but it's still publicity. Even some people that get that real negative attention, they still get attention. Like at least your attention is positive. Yes, at least you've got that positive attention. We haven't heard any scandals about Kyle.
Not yet. Anyway.
So seriously though, since we don't get to talk to anybody after Britain's Got Talent, I don't mean to keep going back to that, but like how was life after that? Was it life changing? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was. I was 15 at the time of the show.
You're 19, so that means 20 now?
I'm 20 now, yeah. So that means I was actually still in school. And that was different. Let's just say, you know, I could let's just say I could get away with anything.
Did it flip around school life though? Was it one way before? Yeah. Were you like me, one of those outcasts and loners, didn't have a bunch of friends?
Well, I like to keep myself to myself.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I just got on with my work, and that was just it. And people.
You never really wanted to be the center of attention.
No, because then everything gets planted on you, and it's a bit like.
Well, that flipped your life around.
Oh yeah, you know, I were walking down the corridors in the school, and people were singing Hallelujah, and people were shouting, and people were talking to me in the lessons when they should have been learning, and you know, everyone wanted to sit with me at the dinner table, and you know, it was just from this guy that wasn't really. I only had like 3 friends, for example. Like, I'm a big believer in like don't have a lot of friends, just have 3, for example, really good friends,
really
because
good
they've
friends.
always got you.
Yes.
Yeah, they've always got your back, and I'm still friends with those people now. But the people that that used to pick on us when we were in school and things,
Did it come to an
instantly.
Immediate stop?
Immediate end, and then they wanted me to start hanging out with them. They wanted me to go to their parties. They wanted me
wait a minute now. The tables have
like,
turned.
I've been your friend from beginning. I've always looked out for you. Okay, no problem.
That's when everybody starts coming out of the woodworks.
Exactly. So it did change. It did change.
Did you have people contacting you afterwards to say, "Hey, come sing for us. Come show"? Is that when it all started? Was it just right then? Boom.
Yeah, literally as soon as
if you say something like, "I stepped off the stage, got a phone call."
So what we do? We have a place in Sheffield where I live. Called Meadow Hall, and it's like a huge shopping centre. Or a mall, let's say. And we went down there before it was actually televised, just to like a little bit of an experiment within the family. We went in, obviously no one knew who I was, they didn't care, so everyone's just doing their shopping, carrying on, just forgetting me. And we went down the day after it was televised. Every single person that I looked at and saw me came straight up to me. Oh, it's you. Oh, can we have pictures with you? Can you sign this? I mean, I'll be honest, it was very overwhelming for a 15-year-old.
I can definitely see it being just a wave of what the hell.
Exactly. From someone that wasn't really known and, kept himself to himself, to someone that had literally all the attention on them. Now, it was quite strange.
Now you were on the show. You were in the actual thing twice, though. Yes.
Yes.
You went the first time when you were 12.
The first time I was 12 years old. It wasn't actually televised, so it wasn't on TV. But I sang "I Dream a Dream," and that day Simon Cowell wasn't actually in the building; he was ill. So David Walliams kind of took the harsh role, let's say, from Simon.
That's why.
Otherwise, Simon would have been there. He would have took the harsh role. He probably would have.
But either way, you believe you probably would have been told the same thing the first time.
Probably, because I'll be honest, I was tone deaf. I could not sing at all.
What made you want to do it? You just, F it, I want to try?
Yeah, see, the thing is, which I really, really do respect my parents for. My parents never pushed me down the road. In primary school, so when I was 9 years old, music. I was bullied quite a lot because I'm a bigger man, or a bigger child then, let's say. That song.
I've been there.
That song. And it was different, and people didn't know what it was. I didn't like football. I didn't like rugby. I didn't like sports. I just wanted to sing, and people found it weird, so they took advantage, and they felt to call me names and everything. And every time I came home from school, music was my escape. Like I felt like no one could touch me when I listened to music. It was really weird.
That's the way that I feel that way. I'm the same way. I lose myself completely in music.
Exactly, and I can just sit there for hours and hours and hours and hours on end.
It's like playing. It's like playing a role-playing game. I get to be somebody else for a while. I gotta forget about all of my worries and troubles. I don't even gotta think about it.
Exactly, and it was something that I was interested in, and I could hold a tune. I could hold somewhat of a tune, so we decided to, go for Britain's Got Talent. And it was actually me that said to my parents when I was 12, I want to go for Britain's Got Talent. And
shout out to mom and dad, though, for being supportive of it. Like,
exactly. You know,
I say it all the
there's
time in a lot of my reactions. There are parents, like especially a lot of these young artists out here. You started very young. There's a lot of people whose kids come up to them and say, "Dad, I want an electric guitar, or I want a drum set," and their parents are like, are you crazy? Like, no, get away from me.
yeah.
Right then, you might have squashed something amazing. You might have squashed a kid's dream that could have turned into something phenomenal for him down the line. And I don't believe in doing that. I'm not one of those parents that would ever tell my kid to shut up and stop singing in the backseat of the car. No, you sing your little heart out. By all means, keep doing it. If it's something that you love, then we're going to support that. That's the way my parents were.
I agree.
It seems like you have really, really great parents that were very supportive of you.
They are. They were very supportive, and as my grandparents also they were, and I can remember we all huddled into a Ford Galaxy, which had 8 seats in it. So there was a total of there was me, my auntie, my uncle, my grandparents, and both my mum and my dad. So there was 7 of us in this car, and all went down to the Britain's Got Talent. And you know what? It was a very surreal experience.
But even
Very, very
even
surreal.
afterwards, even after the rejection, mom and dad were still there. Okay, you still want to sing? Obviously, you say you went and got a vocal coach. You obviously learned something along the way.
It was difficult. Because like I say, we were all in this, all of us, 7 of us, in this Ford Transit, and you know we were that confident, and my sweetness would have got me through, and it didn't happen. And so it kind of took us all by a little bit by shock. Not to say it in like a cocky way. It did like we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to say because my parents and my family didn't know how it was going to affect me, because that was back then quite brutal. You know, everyone's always said, as you always do with children, "Oh, you sound incredible, you sound amazing." And I'd never had someone um, say, "No, go get a singing teacher, you're not really good enough." So it was quite it was difficult for us all. It was a 2-hour car drive back to the house,
Uh-huh.
and not one person said a word.
Nobody said a word.
Nobody said a word for 2 hours
Nobody knew what
because
to
we
say.
didn't know. No one knew what to say, and I came home and I just went straight upstairs, just went straight to bed. Didn't speak to no one. Didn't you know? We were going to go out for a meal. I didn't want to go. I just came upstairs, went straight to bed, and that was it. But the next day, um, whenever I feel, I don't now, because sadly both my grandparents have passed.
I'm sorry to hear
But
that.
when I wanted to escape or have a laugh, I'd always go up to my grandparents. And my grandparents, both of them, said, they sat me down. They said, "Right, you've got a choice. You have a choice now of you live a normal life. You go to work at 9 o'clock. You come home at 5 o'clock. You'll find you a beautiful wife one day. You'll have a house. You'll have kids, and that'll be it. That'll be your life. Or you try and go for a dream." My dad always said, break the mold, because the Tomlinson family is a hard-working family. We in Sheffield, we are known for the steel, and we've always been steel workers. We've been all sorts. We've been bricklayers. We've been hardworking. There's no one that's, let's say, been successful in the family.
Uh-huh.
So my dad always said that I'd be the one to break that mold, to then hopefully make my children want for nothing and give them the life that my parents are trying to give to me. And my
It's
grandparents,
crazy. Our parents are very alike. That was the only thing my father made me promise when I was little. Is just promise me you're gonna do better for yours than I was ever able to do for you. Like,
it's not the fact that my parents haven't given me everything.
yeah,
They've
no,
given
but
me
they
everything.
just always want you to have more. They
want us
want
to have more.
Yeah.
Exactly. You always do for your children.
you want it so bad.
My grandparents said, if you want to do it, we'll support you, and we will get you into a musical theatre school. We will get you singing lessons. We will we'll do it, and we'll get you to that dream. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And then from that day, the hard work really started. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I went to musical theatre school. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I had singing lessons. I had my exams in London College of Music. I got all of them 1 to 8 in distinction, 95 higher, 95% and higher. And it just gradually, the vocal and the stage presence and everything all started to fall into place, and what I was working hard for.
You started to see some of the benefits, some of the things coming back to you.
Exactly, and I actually, what people don't know, and this is actually the first time it's actually being announced. So here you go. This is for you lot. I actually auditioned for Britain's Got Talent twice. So I auditioned when I was 14, and I auditioned when I was 15. So how it works on America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent or The Voice or literally any talent show, you have to do a series of auditions before you actually get through to the live stage. Otherwise, millions of people would just go on and
you would be there all day auditioning people. Otherwise,
exactly. So so what they did in when I was 14, they said we're calling Kyle a jam jar, a jar of jam. So we're sat there, me and my father, listening to this like, what? I'm not.
What?
I'm not a piece of jam. But you preserve jam, and you wait for the time is right to eat jam, and when it's at the sweetest and when it can do the best. So a year later, a year goes on, and apparently that was my time to reveal my sweetness. Let's say.
Well, hell, if it was, it was, and I mean, nobody can deny that it was an intense ass performance. Even you say you don't know how the hell it happened.
I have no idea how it happened. I'll be honest. The adrenaline that the audience give me and the judges give me, and
you can feel that audience power. I'm saying, I always believe that.
Oh yeah, you can. We walked out on the stage and we had a full day of interviews. We had a full day of like meeting people. We met Ant and Deck. We met all the judges, and it was time to go on stage. And you listen to the backstage when you're backstage, and you hear the contestants that are out there and get buzzed, and you don't actually realize on TV how loud that buzzer actually is, like the red X.
You can hear it all the way backstage.
It was terrifying. Yeah.
And there has to be, and I might be wrong, there's a lot more people getting buzzed than we actually see on the live or on the actual broadcasting performance, right?
Yeah. Because everyone that gets through to perform in front of the judges isn't always on TV. Usually they make it on TV if they're entertaining or they're funny or good or but if you just didn't perform well, it just won't be televised.
It's really loud. Huh? I bet you everyone backstage is just like, oh my god, they buzzed
obviously
another one.
You don't expect it. You just don't expect it. So it's just a massive boom out of nowhere. And it's honestly, it gets the heart racing big time. But yeah, we walked on. Well, I walked on stage, and my parents were there, and you can't actually see anything because the stage and the lights around the stage.
I was gonna ask. So it's set up like a Broadway stage where the lights are on you. You everything is black.
Yep.
You don't see the audience.
Everything is black. It's like you can't see anything.
You don't see the judges either.
You can see the judges because they're all lit up.
Okay, so they're in the front lit up.
So it's technically all you see is 4 judges sat in front of you: David, Amanda Holden, Alicia Dixon, Simon Cowell, and nothing else.
And all black.
All black. But from watching the show, from hearing the cheers and the boos, and they're there. So it's kind of uneasy, to be honest. But you can hear them clapping, and you know what the raw that when the cheering or the clap, it's breathtaking. The whole experience was. I cannot fault the whole experience. It's just
You had a blast,
incredible.
though.
Oh yeah, it was insane. Like everyone backstage made us feel so welcome. The judges made us feel so welcome.
Do you
And
still talk to any of the other contestants?
contestants, yes, I actually am in contact with a female opera singer that was on the show. She's called Leah Barnaval, and her voice is incredible. She's Irish, and
Very
her
cool.
voice is absolutely incredible. And I think she just released a new album, to be honest. Um, but honestly, the whole experience and the contestants, I was expecting a very competitive um, environment,
Uh-huh.
because everyone wants to win, but
Yeah.
there was none of that.
Well,
Everyone wanted
at
everyone
the
to
same
win.
time, everybody is just as nervous as the next guy.
Yeah,
It really
exactly.
is, when you consider what it really is one of the world's biggest stages that you could ever possibly be
It is.
standing on.
It is. It is. I think it was just a very breathtaking, and honestly, when people ask me about Britain's Got Talent, I cannot rate the whole experience highly enough. Everything. If
That was
we had to travel
actually,
down to London,
I think that's actually one of our questions. Yeah, it's from one of the anonymous question submitters. But would you say that Britain's Got Talent or other talent shows are the way for people out there, are the way to go for people out there wanting their chance now that you've been through it yourself? Would you say to do it?
say yes. I'd say yes. One, for the experience, and two, for the exposure. Because no matter what audience I perform in front of, I could perform in front of 2 million. But the adrenaline, the excitement, I think it's everything, the full package of the competition, the excitement, the adrenaline, everything all just comes into one nice little ball, and it's just incredible. Like everything from start to finish is insane. It's insane.
There you have
It's
it,
long.
folks. You heard
It's
it
very
right
long.
there from the man. If you're thinking about it, go do it. Why not?
It's very long days. I'll be honest, it's very long days. You're looking at 12, 13-hour days. But for what you're getting out of it, it's worth every second.
12 or 13
if
hour days of just sitting around.
basically, and then you get like 30 seconds on stage. But it's worth it because you get to see, especially in the dressing rooms, you get to see all the other contestants, and then you think, oh, he could win. Oh, is she going to win? And it's like a little game. And then obviously, if you do very well, and say, for example, I was sat next to the winner, you can always say, I was sat next to the winner of Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, just saying that you were on the show, that's pretty damn decent to me. Like,
pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, anyone that wants to do it or is too scared to do it, do it. It'll be the best experience of your life.
So before I take up all of the time with all my own damn personal questions, we will get into some of these questions. A lot of ours are going to be from people in the Netherlands. I have a huge Dutch following, so you might get a lot of new Dutchies that come check you out.
Cool.
From Miss Emma in the Netherlands, I'm wondering how being part of this, we've talked about some of this, how being part of the show has changed your life. Did you lose any friends because of it? Did anybody get jealous? And how do you see your future?
I see my future. I'll work it backwards. I see my future as no matter what, I will always be known as the Golden Buzzer Act from Britain's Got Talent. So no matter how old I get, I could be 70-year-old, I will always have that title. So it's always given me the platform.
So by you saying that, do you mean to say that you don't think that you'll ever have a better performance than that?
I didn't say that.
Okay, don't put yourself in that box now, because
I mean, who knows? I could go on to America's Got Talent and I could win it. So,
have you thought about going back on another talent show?
Yeah, I have. I've actually applied for America's Got Talent. But it's obviously difficult because obviously I'm from Britain and I live in Britain. So it's difficult to.
There's so many people that go back and forth, though.
Oh yeah, and I think that's something that we might look into. Everyone don't go mad thinking I'm going to be on it. It's just
we're not quoting anything yet. It's just a possibility.
Not quoting anything. Exactly, it's a possibility. But yeah, we've thought about going on other shows. But yeah, about was people jealous? Yeah, yeah, a lot of people were jealous. And it was actually when I was like, let's swing it back to the school thing. All the popular guys lost all their popular friends because I became more popular, and it caused some tension.
Yeah, because you would have instantly gone from 0 to screw the jocks. Yeah. Like there's Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It was so anyone, if you want a lot of female attention or male attention,
that's one way to get
yourself on one of them shows. So you always had the bigger guys, the jocks, let's say, walking around with all the pretty girls, all the cheerleaders. They just went. They went, and he wasn't this big time hero anymore. So if you want some female or male attention,
you want to see what you want to stop that bully action? You got the cure right there. There won't be no more bullying after that.
And did it lose friends? I'd say no, because I don't think people wanted to not be my friend. I don't mean that in in an arrogant way, because I think in school terms it was like, if you hung around with the popular guy, you became automatically popular.
Yeah, that's something that we think at every school for sure. I totally agree.
Exactly.
With you.
So that's just the way it was. So, but there was a lot of people trying to be my friend that weren't my friend, and they would say, "Oh, you're my best mate. I've always looked out for you." No, you haven't. You don't know who I am. You only know me because I've had 15 minutes on TV. But so in the sense of in the losing friends, for me personally, no, I'm still friends with the close 3 friends that I've had all the way through the school.
They've just been there the whole time to support you, just like you knew those close 3 friends would.
Exactly. And, when there was a lot of radio interviews going on, and a lot of radios actually got in touch with me because they wanted to speak to my friends. So the people that weren't my friends... That's
random as hell.
Yeah, they wanted to know what I was like behind closed doors, not in the public eye. So they're trying to find the gossip out about me, basically.
Yeah, but I honestly hate that shit. Like when a news place when something happens and they're like, "Oh, we talked to his high school girlfriend's brother's second cousin," and it's like, whoa. Yeah, dude doesn't even know me. But if it was your real friends, that's a whole different story.
They actually came to me first and said, "Is there anyone that you would like us to interview on your behalf?" Because at the school, and honestly, the school could not have been so supportive. I was very surprised. I was very taken back by it. But the support that the school gave.
Well, yeah, because I could see some schools just shutting it down. Like, that's not happening at school. You're not this person.
Exactly. But no, we had a huge banner outside, and they put it on the wall outside of the school. So when people were driving past the school, all they could see is this massive banner with my face on it.
That's freaking awesome.
Vote Kyle Tomlinson in the semi-finals and in the finals and stuff. And there was a lot of... I think it also brought a lot of publicity to the school also. So we had some of the... I don't know if you guys know, but there's a really big band in Sheffield, and they are pretty worldwide. They're called the Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, yeah, we've definitely heard of the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, they actually came from my school.
Oh, wow.
So then...
Your school is just proud of anybody that they produce that has some talent.
Exactly. So, they've come from just a regular school to then having the Arctic Monkeys being founded in that school. and then they've gone on, grown up, left the school, and then they've got me again, which
That's
then
awesome.
Britain's Got Talent, and then they want to push that as far as they can in public, you know, and it just everything worked really well, and the whole and the head teacher that was there at the time, what a legend he was, you know. It was I was actually going through my GCSEs at the time, which is my final exams, um, and you're not meant to have time off from the
Yeah,
GCSEs
you're
because they're
kind of
that
supposed to
important.
be there to take them.
He would email them to me when I was down in London so I could do my GCSEs, but also be on
Hell
the
yeah,
road
that's awesome that
doing.
everybody just kind of
And
jumped on the help train instead of trying to be a
yeah,
party pooper.
everyone helped, and everyone was so supportive, and the teachers, if I needed to, you know, like I had to do a lot of catch up um, on my grades for, you know, because obviously I wasn't attending school, so a lot of people went past me in grades. So the teachers all stopped behind and said, "Look, we want to help you," and would stay until like 4 or 5 o'clock. They wouldn't get paid for it, but they'd do it out of the goodness of their own heart to get my GCSEs up,
Hell
and
yeah.
I thank every single one of them for doing it. You know, it was so supportive, and it was very kind of them.
Yeah, that's the kind of people that you need in your corner. Those people that really give a shit and want to see you succeed one way or another.
Exactly, exactly.
Next up, who do we have? Miss Inga has a few questions here. There's a couple people with a few, but that's all right. We still got some time on the clock. Who are your biggest inspirations? That's a question that I kind of knew would come up, but I'm curious too.
So this is something that I say a lot. My biggest inspiration was actually Susan Boyle.
Okay.
My reason being is I felt like I could relate a lot to Susan Boyle. Me and my mother and my mom always had a bet. We always watched Britain's Got Talent every single time, and we used to bet £2 coins to see if the person that's just come on the stage is going to be good or they're going to be bad. And Susan Boyle walked out, and my mum went, £2 she's going to be good. And I said, £2 she's going to be bad. So I judged her straight away
and
on
she
how she
blew
looked.
your damn mind, didn't she? Just
Exactly.
like
And
she did
you know,
everybody else.
I judged her on the way she looked and how the way she spoke and her personality, and I judged. And then she had this most incredible voice, and everyone were blown away by it. Um, and then from that day of seeing her, I never judged a book by its cover again, ever. And I
I
related
could
that to
see how
myself.
that would humble somebody. It even humbled the damn judges that day. It really did.
Exactly.
It humbled a
Exactly.
lot of
Everyone.
people in that audience. It humbled everybody around the world.
Yeah.
We all felt
Everybody
like
laughed at.
shit because we all did the same thing and we all judged based on
Yeah.
looks and based on the way someone talks or walks, and we do it all the
Exactly.
time. We even did it with Cody Lee, and then Cody Lee blew people's minds.
Incredible voice.
Like, there's so many people out there that are just kind of changing the game up on us.
Exactly. And from that day, from when I saw her, I'd never judged a book by its cover again. And then I sat and thought about it that I've referred it back to my bullying days when people used to bully me. They used to judge me without even knowing me. And, you know, when a big thing that was always a big for me was karaoke. My dad used to run a karaoke on every Friday night. And when one of the first times I got up, everyone went, "Oh, he's a kid." And everybody knows that sometimes that a kid will always sing Barbie Girl or sing Let It Go, and they'll scream down mic, and it's just like, oh, wait until it's over. And I heard an old man behind me go, "Oh, not again, not another kid." And then that man, after I finished singing, came up to me and went, "I apologise about what I said to you." And it was all about that was the moment of proving people wrong. I lived for that feeling of proving people wrong.
Well, with that
Don't
performance, you proved everybody wrong.
He was one of those like, don't judge me without knowing me.
Yeah.
I will prove you
You
wrong.
don't know who I am. You don't know that kind of thing. I totally get it.
Exactly.
If there's
So
no,
that's why who's Umbrella. He's the inspiration.
that is a very, very good answer. Not who I would have expected either, but I can totally see it because she damn sure inspired a lot of people with that performance. She brought a lot of people who thought maybe because they looked a certain way or because they were born a certain way that they couldn't do something. She damn sure showed them that they could.
Exactly.
The next question. Oh, actually, we kind of have an answer to this one already. Will we ever see you in any kind of musical? Any plans or thoughts? I heard we got some sort of a new album coming out that's musical related. Does that count?
We've got we've got an album coming out very soon. Go check out Kyle Tomlinson Music Official on Google. We've just actually set up a new website, so all updates and all.
I'll have you send me all the links for all of your social medias. That way we can put them all inside the description too. Like seriously, I'll make sure they pop up on the screen and all of that. We're gonna push as many people over to you as possible for sure. We need, but so
that's where I want to be. Musical theatre, Broadway, West End. That's where I want to be.
So, if you got a chance to get on the Broadway stage, are you gone?
See you later.
Gone.
Okay. And I've said this to my fiance, and you know she's really supportive.
She would just go with you. I'm assuming.
She's actually a very, very family oriented person. But I've said when we first ever got together, if something comes around like that I cannot refuse, and it's my dream to do it. So Broadway is my dream, or the West End is my dream. I am leaving. I am going, and I'm leaving. You've either got a choice to stay with me, to come with me and experience this dream that I'm living, or we cut ties, and that's just how it is. And you know.
Well, and I honestly feel that's the way that people should be. Like, if you can't be honest with your partner.
Exactly. She always said, if you do it, I'm coming with you. We're a team. We'll do it together.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm all about. So she'd come with me. We'd be American.
You'd be on your way. That's awesome. Like, I hope you get that fucking phone call for real. Like, you damn sure deserve it. What does an average day in the life of Kyle look like?
So, I work.
You heard him. Now he has to work because of current circumstances with the world. Because of the situation.
With the situation, let's say. So basically that situation knocked musicians out of the water, and we never could have expected it. We wasn't prepared for it, and the normal musician, the average musician, would had to get up and have to make an income.
Yeah.
So I work full time, but music is always my priority. I finish work and I come home and I rehearse, or I record a video, or learn new songs, or it's always music related what I do. Always. With the job that I do, I have to drive, and every single time I'm coming down the highways or the motorways singing opera with my windows down.
You sound like me. You sound like me. I've been driving around singing Disney, and people were like,
exactly. So it's always music related. We get home and we either rehearse, or we do a live, or we record YouTube videos for songs.
So post BGT, everything was music.
Yes, post BGT, after Britain's Got Talent, it just took off. It took off. Everyone was wanting me everywhere. I've performed for the Queen's official birthday.
Holy crap!
In Abu Dhabi, we stayed on the British Embassy. I'm the Special Olympics ambassador.
That's very cool.
So I performed at their ceremonies, their opening ceremonies. We've gone to Holland. We've been to Germany. We've We're going to Switzerland next month. We are going to Germany in August. We are going to Paris in
So
November.
now they're starting to line things up again, though.
They're starting to pick up. They're starting to pick up again.
Good.
It's just, we were here, there, and everywhere. It was just incredible, and I've seen so much of the world already at such a young age. So I'm really, really blessed for it, and I'm really lucky for it to actually happen to me. But yeah, it took off. So
Very cool. For now, the average day consists of work, but eventually you might be able to drop that and go back to full-time music again. That's the ultimate goal.
That's the goal.
Got it. From Miss Suzette up in the Netherlands, of course. If you could change part of the lyrics to a song, what song would it be and why? I knew somebody was gonna ask some weird questions.
The fiance is gonna kill me for this.
Oh no!
But I sang a song to her. I went through a little bit of a phase. I went from musical theatre to country.
Hey,
music.
I love me some country music now.
It's very strange how you can just go from musical theatre to country music, and then after country music, I went to rock music, and then pop music, and now we're back to theatre. But once I was doing my country phase, there's a song called "Sweet Annie" by Zac Brown Band, and that was it is one of my favourite songs. And my fiance is actually called Amy, so every single time I sang that song, instead of Sweet Annie, I sang Sweet Amy, and she used to die on the spot when I used to do it.
That would be awesome if you could change the lyrics to that.
I used to do it on lives, and people were watching, and I was singing Sweet Amy, and she wanted to stay off the radar a little bit, but it's fine. So if anything,
too late now. Too late now. It's over.
It's too late now. She's on the radar. She's very much on the radar. But yeah, it'd probably be that. So Sweet Amy instead of Sweet Annie.
Very, very cool. What do you think of all of the different reactors on YouTube? And if you were one, what style of music would you not react to?
See, I watch a lot of Daz Watchers. I also watch a lot of highly combustible reacts. Come on.
Hey,
like and subscribe.
Hey, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Gotta get that plug.
Gotta get the plugs. Gotta get the plugs in. Well, I've done a reaction on my channel to my Britain's Got Talent audition.
Did you react to yourself?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah! Don't worry, we'll be seeing that shortly.
Yeah, and then obviously, I'll share it, and then
that's very cool.
We'll come back on here and do another interview. But at one point, that's all I wanted to do on YouTube. I just wanted to react.
Have you considered doing more reactions, like every just now and then?
I think it's just now and then. I think I've done like 2. I think I've reacted to the 1,000 Years video, or it might be the When We Were Young video. It's either the semi-final or the final, and I've done my audition. Me and Amy actually reacted to the audition together, and then the semi-final one, I believe it was just me. But reaction videos, I love them. But if we're going down the music, what I wouldn't react to in music.
What's your least favorite genre?
My least favorite genre of music is grime and rap and stuff like that. Because I like to listen to music that's got meaning to it.
I'm with you there. There's very few rap songs out there that do that.
Exactly, and
I'm not.
I don't sing the songs that don't have meaning. I don't listen to songs that don't have meaning.
What about raps? What about rappers that do have meaning, like Tom McDonald?
Yeah, fine. I will listen to that. Like, the one rapper that I would listen to, and I'd sometimes do, is actually Eminem, simply because he came from nothing.
Yeah, just he really was.
Through his song.
He really was a big help in the whole rap industry. A huge.
Exactly, and he. I actually read something that Eminem, when he raps, he actually treats his day as a working day. So there was actually an interview with a rapper. I'm not too sure who it was, but he was doing a collaboration with Eminem. And he said Eminem was there at 9 o'clock in the morning and left 5 o'clock on the dot.
Holy
So he
crap.
treats it like a job. And,
and
the
that's
other
what
rappers walked in at 12. And,
yeah, you still can't get lackadaisical with it. You still can't get lazy. Like, no matter how good things are going, you're gonna have work to do. It's gonna be a grind.
Exactly. And then I think that's why my respect for Eminem actually shot up a lot.
But you said the Tomlinson family is also a family of hard workers and always has been. So no matter what career path it is that you choose, you're just gonna do it 110% of your ability.
Exactly. You work hard, you get things.
Yeah, what you put in, you get out for sure.
Exactly. So,
what was your? Okay. So was the BGT stage the first stage that you ever sang on, or like?
When I was 12, yes, it was.
For your very first stage, you picked the biggest possible stage.
Yeah. So it was. It was an all or nothing moment.
But you got to have it 3 times.
Exactly. But after that, I joined a musical theatre school. Yeah. And I was performing basically every month on a stage.
Your grandparents are freaking awesome for even giving you, like, sitting you down and just setting you straight, saying, listen, you can do this and have this normal life, or you can still go for this. Like, that to me is awesome. Like,
exactly. And I owe everything to my grandparents. They until I was like 17 years old, they paid for the singing lessons. And that was always their gift for me. And
did you have to pay them back by going over and singing for them?
All the time. I had to always stand in front of the TV. When smart TVs actually first got released, with YouTube on them, they got so excited they wanted me up in the house immediately that they actually called me out of school.
Get over here now.
Told my teacher that I had a doctor's appointment just so I could go up to the house and sing a YouTube song in front of the TV. But yeah, it's fond memories.
Yeah, it's awesome. You made some really great memories throughout the years, I'm sure, with the family.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%, definitely.
So, what was your first thought when you went on the stage for the first time? Holy shit! Here we go.
Here we go again. I was terrified. Especially the second time.
Was the second time more scary than the first?
Yeah, definitely.
You were was everybody quiet again? Everybody was just worried. Are we gonna hear the same thing?
I had a point to prove. So it was the last thing that I wanted to happen was, I'd worked hard for 3 years straight to get my voice to where it is and my stage presence to where it is, then just to be shot down again. I think honestly, if it didn't happen the way I wanted it to, and don't get me wrong, I never expected to get the golden buzzer ever. But I wanted my hard work to pay off, and I feel like if it didn't pay off, I think it would have broke me. If I'm being honest, but like I said, I like to prove people wrong. So I'm sure when he said it taken 3 years, it would have took me 5 years next time. And I would have gone back again. And I would have gone back again. And I would have gone back again.
It's like those people who would, when the company won't give you the job, keep showing up. You know what I mean? Just eventually they're gonna break. They're gonna say, fine, we'll let you in.
Say, yeah, okay, fine. Exactly. But yeah, it was terrifying. I was shaking. I
seen you shaking on the stage. You could see you shaking right on the damn stage for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Now, David really seemed like he didn't remember who the hell you were, though. Was that all legit, or?
That was legit. That was legit, and it's not surprising. They see thousands upon thousands of contestants every single year.
I totally get that.
But there's actually something on Britain's Got Talent which is a little secret that is only to do with we only our family know. So don't tell anyone whatever you do.
Oh yeah, not at all.
No, I've got to keep it a secret between me and you. I actually never pointed at David Williams. There's a video on YouTube, the audition, and he goes, "Have you been here before?" And I said something like, "Yeah." Who told you to get a singing teacher? And I pointed to David.
I saw you point in the video.
Never actually pointed to David.
So they took a picture of you pointing from a different place and made it look like... They
actually said to me, like at some point on the interview thing, where's your family? And I said, over there. So then they've cut that shot and put it to... There, it's David.
Talk about some media manipulation. Jesus. They really made it seem like you had it out for David. That dude right there.
It makes it juicy, you know? Yeah, it makes it a lot
did
more
make it
juicier.
juicier.
So that's a secret that's only between me and you.
All right, we're not going to tell anybody else.
No, tell anyone.
So Ronnie...
I'll get all demonetized now and everything.
Ronnie from Germany asks, do you play any instruments? And if so, which one?
I play a little bit of piano.
Okay.
I bought a piano to learn piano fully. I'll be very honest. I got very bored
with piano.
With the piano, I'll be honest. But the thing that really put me off is I'm a very tight person. I will not spend a massive lump sum of money.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna go buy a damn Steinway or some shit to learn on. No.
And I learned. I spent £300 on a piano, like a second-hand piano, and I was doing lessons online through an app, and I was actually doing really well. You know, it was one of those apps that listen to you, so they know it's like you've pressed the right key and things. And then all of a sudden, out of my bank account, there was £150 gone, and I'm like, no,
we're not paying for that app anymore.
Put that back now. And it really got me off guard. So then after that, I got rid of the app, cancelled the subscription, sold the piano. I went on a little bit of a tantrum.
Piano after that.
I went on a little bit of a tantrum. I do admit, but yeah, I just got rid of everything. I'm like, no, I'm just sticking to singing, backing tracks. That's where it's at.
Let's see. What's opposite of before? What's your favorite kind of music? Just still musical theater? Are you still into all of the like Rent, Jesus Christ Superstar, all of that?
I listen to anything. Probably my favorite type of music is rock, like classic rock, soft rock.
Okay, you know, like, so the slower, softer, more understandable.
Yeah,
rock.
like your Journeys, like Queen. Like I'm not really a massive fan of heavy metal. But you know, like your classic, your Guns N' Roses, your Bon Jovi, your AC/DC, Kiss.
I'm glad you didn't say the Beatles. I'm glad he didn't say the Beatles.
You know what? Honestly, after I wasn't really a fan of the Beatles, but when I went to Liverpool for an anniversary, and after that, I just became addicted to the Beatles.
Really?
But it was a bit strange because before I was like, the Beatles I think they're overrated.
That's me. That's me now.
and after that, after I went to Liverpool, I listened to one of the songs on the way back, and within the hour, I learned that song, and then I learned another song, and then I learned another song. So it was like I basically know the whole Beatles repertoire now.
As long as you don't put out a Beatles cover album, number 9.
I won't put a Beatles. So, but yeah, I recommend going to Liverpool. If you've got something against the Beatles, go to Liverpool. It's very good.
It'll change you around a little bit, huh?
Exactly.
Are there any Kyle Tomlinson originals in the works?
Maybe.
Possibly.
That's all we're saying about that.
All right, that's all we'll say about that. Maybe there might be.
That's all we're saying. Maybe.
Let's see. More anonymous questions. I know I just totally mispronounced anonymous. If you could have a conversation with any past, present, or future, who would you choose to talk to?
Does
Does
it have to be famous?
No. Just any person.
If it's not famous, if it's not famous, then it'd be my grandparents. But
for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. But if it was famous, I'd probably talk to Alfie Beau. He played Jean Valjean in Les Miserables on the, I want to say, the 25th anniversary of Les Mis. But again, he came from nothing. He went. I did a load of research on him. I actually did a PowerPoint presentation on him in school, and he actually joined theatre to get girls, and to flirt with girls and get with dancers. But he actually had a talent that was growing with age, and then bit by bit, he wanted to do music. He wanted to do music, but it never happened for him. He never got his break until one day. He was actually a car cleaner, so he cleaned cars for a living, and he was just singing along to the radio, and a guy came up to him in a car and said, "You've got a really good voice. You should audition for Les Miserables." So he said, "Oh, okay, I'll have a go." He auditioned. Next thing you know, he gets the lead part in Les Mis, and his life just changes. He's now constantly bringing out albums with Michael Ball.
That's crazy.
He did a rock album. He did a musical theatre album. He just took off, and I like to see the people that come from humble beginnings. That thing, they could have never have got to the places where they are, and then they're there. And I like a story. So
very, very interesting, but very good choice. I would definitely, I can see that 100%. I can't even think about who the hell I would talk to. I've already talked to Muhammad Ali. I got to pick his brain. Things like
you spoke to Muhammad Ali.
I got to have lunch with Muhammad Ali when I was in middle school.
Wow.
And I already was old enough to where I knew who the hell he was. And I knew it was somebody. I knew it was important, and we'd already done research on him and stuff like that. But it was interesting. He was still shaky at this time, but he was still fast as hell. If he told you to throw up your arms, he was a fast as hell. That dude would still knock you out, even though he was shaking a little bit. I wouldn't have fought him. Very, very cool dude, though. But I don't know who the hell I would want to talk. Maybe Sun Tzu. Maybe to pick his brain about the art of war.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's an interesting joke.
Would already asked that one. Kyle Tomlinson live performances. Are there any coming up that people can see? And will you be posting them on social media or YouTube?
We try to record everything I do. There is sometimes, for example, the one tonight, won't be able to be recorded because of the company and the contract and everything like that. But every single live event that I've got coming up will be on the website that I mentioned earlier, the Kyle Tomlinson Music Official. It will also be on all of my social medias. All of my social medias are Kyle Tomlinson Music. On Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on literally everything. So any information, any updates, any shows that people want to come to, anything like that, is all on there. All on there. We're constantly updating it. So yeah, check them out.
Fantastic. What is the best way for people to follow and support you? What helps you the most? So the website is the best way. Go to the website.
The website is the best way to go. We're on that page.
I'm gonna put
we've got an inquiries.
Big old thing down at the bottom with that website throughout the whole video. So I'll overlay it over us.
That's the best way to get in contact with us. It's It's we've got an inquiries page, we've got a contact page, we've got basically everything that's on there. We've even got like a calendar page where you can look at the events and see if the date's available in pre-hand and
So
yeah.
people can actually go on there and like schedule you for an event too, or
yeah. It's just all you'd have to do is press contact and go. There you go, and
very cool.
Come directly to me, or my team.
Outstanding.
So yeah, KyleTomlinsonMusic.com, KyleTomlinsonMusicOfficial.com. Yeah, go check it out. I'll send a link across to you guys.
Yeah, then send me all the links that we're gonna need, and we'll put them all on there. I know you got a performance after this, so we'll close with just from Cheryl. Highly thank you for interviewing Kyle. He's a huge inspiration to a great many of us who just want him to know. So apparently you got a lot of people out there that you have been super inspiring to that just they don't know how to tell you. So I'm supposed to pass on the message. Most certainly, message passed along. Wendy says respect.
It means a lot.
Seriously, nothing but respect. I definitely appreciate you joining us. I hope that me and you will stay in contact after the interview, because I would love to know what's going on with you.
Yeah,
maybe have you on some more. Maybe we'll do a damn joint reaction to something, or see what goes on.
I've heard a little rumor. That you did a little bit of a sing song.
Oh God!
Or a sing along. To, was it Let It Go?
Oh my God! It was a terrible version of Let It Go. Is what it was.
But what we're going to do is me and you, we're going to get all the setups and everything like that, and we're going to come together and we're going to do a Let It Go collaboration.
You're gonna have to help me. You're gonna have to help me mix it, because I don't know nothing about none of that.
Fine. If you wanna do it in person, or if you wanna do it online, whatever. But no matter what, we are doing a collaboration.
We'll do a collaboration, then that will happen. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you being on. I know that everybody appreciates the question answering. We don't really get to talk to anybody that's been on one of those shows that hasn't just gone somewhere untouchable. So I definitely appreciate you being approachable and responding, and you responded faster than anybody I've ever messaged, probably. I was just like, holy shit, how's he on Instagram right now?
We're on Instagram.
You're performing in your city tonight, I'm assuming?
I'm performing in a place called Bridlington.
You said it's just about an hour and a half. That's right.
Yeah, something like that. So the fiance is actually on the way now. She's just had a photo shoot. And she's on her way now to come and get me, and then we're gonna.
Very, very cool. Well, I appreciate you giving us the time. Definitely go over and check out all of the social medias that are down inside of the description. Go show Kyle some love. Let's make this man not have to change tires anymore. Okay, guys, let's get him back working on the music. That's the ultimate goal. We want to see more. We want to see more on your damn everything, YouTube page. Everything. Make sure you're updated.
There's more coming. There's more coming.
We need more Kyle. He's not allowed to fade away. Don't be going disappearing on us.
There's a lot more coming.
Well, we'll definitely get together again. We'll talk. I'll have you send me the information when your album drops, so we'll put that out. Like we'll work on some things together, and yeah, we'll damn sure do some sort of a collaboration. But I appreciate you. I respect it. Definitely go check out the reaction if you haven't seen it to Kyle's Golden Buzzer performance, since he is the Golden Buzzer boy and he knows it. I love you, boy. Seriously, though, thank you for being here. Everybody appreciates it. Until the next one, I'm highly combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.